ewelere ọkọ ya kò sóòṣà tó lè pé ó sí ewelere ọkọ ya ewelere ọkọ ya ewelere ọkọ ya kò sóòṣà tó lè pé ó sí o ewelere ọkọ ya ewelere ọkọ ya o ewelere ọkọ ya Sango kò séèyàn tó lè pé ó sí o ewelere ọkọ ya ewelere ọkọ ya ewelere ọkọ ya kò sóòṣà tó lè pé ó sí o ewelere ọkọ ya. Adarí bí Aláàfin ọ̀run arábáhùn bí àríkọ̀tà ṣẹ́gun iná lójú iná lẹ́nu iná ló lé mi ọba kò so. Sango amẹ́wé eléré o. Èsì iná là ń dá láyé arábá ń bí iná bẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ọba kò so àbìrùnmú jìnnà sùn abètè ìsàlẹ̀ ìjìnnà èrú bùkẹ̀bùkẹ̀. Sango amẹ́wé eléré o. Ságìrì làgìrì ọ̀làgìrì kàkà fi gbẹ́dùn bọ̀ ewé níṣì ọba ìbí ọmọ gúngùn kó arúgbó lódó iná ní gbé fífi gungi bí arẹ́yìn òkè kára kékòrò ti sọ lọ́rọ̀ díjìnjìn ni. Àròyé o abẹ́wò ènìkùn o. Adálápá fókun lórí ọmọ Yemọja oníbàtà ẹtù láàfin ọba àkóso. Àròyé o abẹ́wò ènìkùn o. Èwọ̀lú baálẹ̀ ń dín fá arábá ń bí Sango tí ìwọ̀lú tí mo fi ń gúrò bàtà lẹ́yìn odi. Sango abẹ́wò eléré o. Iná lójú iná lẹ́nu iná ló lè panu ọba àkóso. Ẹ fún mi Sango lórógbó Sango níjòbí ní kò sọ adé orí ọkọ ya. Sango abẹ́wò eléré o. Ẹ wá jọ̀wọ́ ẹ bá mi fún Sango lógbó láàrin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Baba Yoba, and I'm very excited to be together with you again on this fresh episode of rewriting the history or the story of our ancestors from being termed as demonic to what truly happened during their days. Aboye bó ṣiṣẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹni tí bá ń ké babaláwo. And I would like you to do me a favor. Please give me a feedback if you are hearing me clearly. If all of you can hear me clearly, we greet everyone and we bid you welcome. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and share with your friends and family, and with those who especially have thought about this way of life as demonic, and let them understand that there's something more spectacular about the African ancestors than the narration given to them by the region of the invaders and their gatekeepers. Today, we are going to be talking about the person of Sango, Olukoso, Ayara Ina, Inoloju Inolenu, Abakata Yeri Yeri. And I ensure that a song played earlier, and if only you understand the words of that song, you realize that it entails almost everything about who Sango is. The mother of Sango, the wife of Sango, the exploit of Sango, and how dreadful it was in his days. However, there are lots of narrations about this person that you do not know, which I will be putting you through today. And this is the reason why we are going to be tagging this particular teaching, Sango, the energy of justice. Sango, the energy of justice. I can see some people who are sending me private message asking that you are not in your car today. No, I'm not in my car today. I was taking some rest since yesterday. I really exhausted this body. And this is an apology to all those who have been requesting for divination and consultation also. If I'm taking too much of a time to get back to you, it is because Baba needs some recharging. So somebody don't fall down and die tomorrow. I will say Ayelomu and the witches are against him. No. but it's not a stone, and I need to rest it also. All right, so we kick off today by doing the usual. Amọ̀ṣèbá lára, a ṣe tajero, a tún ṣe tọ̀rọ̀gún ilé ìlà, ọ̀wárọ̀gún ọ̀gá. Ìbà wọn tó dáyé ká tó dáyé, àwọn tí wọ́n wẹ̀bù ká tó wẹ̀bù. Ìbà orí ìbà ẹsẹ̀, ìbà kùtùkùtù awo òwúrọ̀, ìbà gánrígánrí awo ọ̀sán, ìbà pẹ̀lẹ́ awo ìrọ̀lẹ́, ìbà bírímù bírímù awo òru. Ìbà wọn tán délé ayé ká tó délé ayé, ìbà wọn tán wẹ̀bù ká tó wẹ̀bù. Ìbà wọn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ká tó sọ̀rọ̀, káwa ó má sọ̀rọ̀ sọ́bòtò. We pour veneration and credit, giving kudos and paying homage to the ancestors who came before us. We asked that their energy never depart from us, and those who have gone return back to us. Today we start by giving credit to them first, and we ask for smooth, seamless, and utmost success today. Iba Kosheo. All right, so we can kick off today's program. Today, we will talk about the person of Sango, who also is the energy of justice. Remember that some times ago, we started a series about the Yoruba pantheon, especially how it affects African spirituality. We would now go ahead to continue, having taken a break to learn how to speak to nature, understanding the voice of nature. The last one we spoke about is understanding plantain and various voices and services that plantain can render you as a person. Today, talking about the person of Sango, I will take my time, and I'm going to only implore you to pardon me so we can clear the gray areas and bring ourselves to maturity about this fantastic and the most dreaded ancestor of African people. He is so popular that it was impossible for the Westerners to overlook the potency and also the efficacy of Sango, that they had to give him another name that also betrayed their intention. So in some culture, they call Sango Thor. Thor. Thor is spelled Thor. Thor. The same feature, the same characteristics. One of the wonderful characteristics of Sango is his armor or his axe. You will pardon the network if it is not behaving as it should. That is the only problem we have. It is called the armor or the axe. In this part of the world, we call it Oshe Sango. Oshe Sango. Axe, if we interpret it to this language, means ake, ake. But there is no English word for Oshe Sango, which is the totem of Sango. And there is no way they would have copied it and they will not be betrayed. So instead of the Oshe Sango, they began to give Thor an armor. Sango was not walking around carrying armor, but Oshe. So Oshe doesn't have an English word. Now with the Oshe Shango, it could control the other element of the universe, especially weather element. Weather element. Now, in its very many discovery, he dedicated his time to being able to conjure the weather, the climatic condition of a certain area as a way to bring down justice on those who are doing evil. And one of such elements that he's been able to master is the thunder, the thunder that precedes raining. All of Shango's discovery started and also ended in what we call the atmosphere, the atmospheric element of nature. Somebody is giving us a better English, say Shango wand. Yeah, wand could be, but wand and Oshe, are they the same thing? Magicians, they use wand. Now, who is Shango himself? Shango is one of the descendants of Odudua, the progenitor of Yoruba race. He was a very fierce warrior. It was his father who came from the lineage of Odudua. His mother is of a Nupe descent. Nupe, you know Nupe? Nupe in Niger State. Yeah. I think Nupe share a close border with Kwara State also. His mother is there. So they will say, Mope Shango lohun kan, ó dá mi lóhùn ní Nupe. His mother is of Nupe descent. Shango, like all of his other siblings, cousins, relatives, have this authoritative mentality, and he was a descendant of a king, so he could not live less than a king. However, he refused to be a king by title, but a king by deeds. Sango lived all his life as a human rights activist, who fight constantly for justice to prevail in every atmosphere he finds himself. Sango, as a person, would not see someone being cheated and look away from it. He will go to battle for other people. He will go to battle with other people also, ensuring the continuity of his race, making sure that those he gave his words to protect are well protected, and that all men live with their head raised up above their shoulder, in the understanding that everyone has access to fundamental human rights. And if it cost us to spill blood, he was willing to spill it as a king. He would descend from his throne and give justice to his people, going to battle for them. Sango saw at a point in time that going to battle physically all of the time, how much battle can one man fight? And so he needed to devise a means, a scientific means of ensuring that justice prevailed. Remember, issue is the energy of equity. Sango is the energy of justice. In the course of trying to find out a means for justice to prevail for everyone, he discovered what is now being adulterated, mismanaged, misadministered, demonized, and thoroughly blackmailed scientific way of life of getting justice today. It is all about putting one or two elements of nature together. And whoever is lying or cheating another die through the instrument of lightning, thunder lightning. Now, it is not like Sango will stay and decide to put dread in the heart of people around it. It is that Sango discovered a means through which justice prevailed among people. And because it was his method that is being used, he is called the god of thunder. But in this way, we refer to him as the energy of justice. So it is like this. Two people are fighting for one child. The other one felt, this is my child, and the one whose child died decided to claim the living child. Let's take it to Sango for him to give justice. And having asked two of them thoroughly, are you sure you are the mother of this child? And you swore by Ogun first. You know Ogun is the head of the Orishas. And you believe that equity lies with you. It is after those two things that the discovery of Sango is applied. Now, it is not an occultic practice. It is only calling on the atmosphere to give a responsive response to what you have said. Èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá, I, so, the son or daughter of so. If I am lying regarding this and so thing, let thunder fire me, or let me die by thunder strike, or the striking of thunderbolt. And it is with immediate effect, having conjured one or two things together, even if it is the rainy season or dry season, that the thunder strike. And this is the reason why a lot of people find it dreadful in our old civilization, or let me say the old world order. In the ancient days, peace is not what we ask for. Justice is what we need. Because where justice prevails, peace automatically resides. And it was the knowledge of Sango bringing justice to the people that made him hand the title, the God of Thunder. Because when the lightning is going to strike, it comes with thunder. Sango himself was a very fierce-looking human being who loved to eat a lot of bitter cola, alligator pepper, and is in the usual habit of wearing skirts, not trousers. And he loves red clothing, anything red. When the Shango and energy of justice was going to be invoked, there is a need for what we call mortar. Odo is called mortar to be brought out. And there is a significance of mortar to enacting the energy of Shango. You see, you can sit on it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. Our people say, ìgbà tí kòkó ń ṣeṣu kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀, ìgbà tó ń gúnyán ni gbogbo aráyé ń gbọ́. Ìgbà tí kòkó ń ṣeṣu kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀, ìgbà tó ń gúnyán ni lọ́mọ aráyé ń gbọ́. Now, the significance of this, what I just said, that when the pot is cooking yam, nobody knows. But when the mortar is going to pound the yam, everybody needs to know. Justice is not served by out-of-court settlement or between me and you. Justice, when you have to do something that requires justice, it must be served publicly. So if the justice is coming by the way of public apology, restitution, whatever it has to do, everything has to be public. So the significance of the mortar is that when this energy of justice choose to now strike, it will be a public thing. It could be a public disgrace that will dent a family name forever. Else, better do what you have to do now. Some Morogbo, Obi, called bitter cola, cola nut, alligator pepper. Because of this, Shango's eyes are always red all of the time. You see, Shango is not a person with short temperament. Shango is such a person that just cannot behold iniquity and injustice. So whatever injustice rules, it upsets Shango so crazily to the bone that his countenance is messed up. Are you getting the point now? Shango is not just unnecessarily angry. Shango is not someone with short temper. Shango is not someone who just destroys things anyhow. But Shango is the one who could not behold iniquity, injustice, and cheating. Do you know the irony of life? Human beings are full of injustice. So anywhere Shango gets you, you find offense and pick offense in them. How can a spouse cheat on one another and promise themselves plain and pure love? How can a child dupe the parent? How can the government not live up to their promises, campaign promises? How can you, as the head of home, not be able to give justice to your children, loving one beyond other? How can you, as an employer of labor, not be able to pay the salary that equates the time that your employees are giving into your work? How can human beings be? And then injustice is what they relish on. Shango sees all of this and is constantly and always angry because he could not behold the injustice that is happening amongst mankind. So how many humans can you fight? So he created that order of justice, that justice order, where people who feel cheated can go and swear by that method, and then the atmosphere take charge automatically. This is the reason why your politicians cannot allow themselves to be sworn into office using Shango, because they know they will die like a dog on the street. olójú orógbó, ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ obì. Sango is such a man who will not fight for you or fight with you when you have dipped your hands in things that is not equal to what the rules and regulation of the land you find yourself demanded or dictated. Such a person is what Sango is. And so he discovered this way of life and taught his disciples, such that when he died, they were able to perform the same thing just like he did. The evidence of an ancestor is that the descendants are able to do what they did and replicate it. Somebody walked on water, but those who followed him and those who believe him cannot walk on water. Somebody turned water to wine. They cannot do the same thing. Everything your ancestor did, for you to know they truly exist, those who dedicated themselves to their way of life are able to replicate it today through teachings. Your civilization was the best compared to none. It was not called civilization. It was simply law and order. There is no opportunity to steal, no way to explain yourself out of immoral actions. Amongst your ancestors, they understood the energy of equity, they understood the energy of justice, they understood the energy of victory. All of these they administer to the community member every now and then, such that sometimes the king need not to be bothered about the matter in his community, because everyone knows what to do, when to do it, and especially that they are guided by repercussion of all their actions. So your ancestors are not barbarians. They lived as human beings who have their senses and who reach out for the good of others. So Shango devised that means of getting justice even to the common man. So irrespective of how much you have or what your position is, it is necessary that you walk in light and in the understanding that if you trample on the right of others, you will pay dearly for it. Wọ́n ní ẹni Ṣàngó tójú ẹ̀ wọlẹ̀ kò ní bá wọn bọ́ba kò so. Whoever have witnessed the energy of justice with their naked eyes before will never go to bear false witness against others. I must have told you this before about some road safety men who saw a man dying at the express, and then they allowed the man die and took the money in his car. So his children asked them, "Did you take money?" They said no. So they went for Shango. It happened here. Ilese, Ijebu, you can make your research. If you think I'm lying, Ilese, Ijebu. So it was a beautiful sunny day, just like this, that this thunder just struck from nowhere. If there was a rain, we would say it's because of the rain. There was no rain. And the lightning entered straight, left everyone on the door path, went straight into the offices. And this is how Shango operates, the energy of justice operates. It will pick you up from wherever you are, slam you in front of the house where the world can see you. It will not only pick you up from wherever you are and slam you in front of the house, it will also pick whatever it is that you have stolen and slam it on your chest. And this is how you will know it's not a coincidence. Ordinary thunder don't pick people up, and Shango, if you hide under the hole, it will bring you out, slam you in front of the whole world, pick whatever you stole, slam it on your chest. And how you will know that this is the energy of justice, not a coincidence, is that you always see a pebble of stone They call it thunderbolt. The pebble of stone will be there. And I don't see a man born of a woman who could pick up that thunderbolt if you are not in that sacred order of Shango. Those are specialists. Those people are specialists. Now, these are potent way of getting justice amongst your ancestors there. Before the introduction of the law court and all these things that will make a person die on top of their case and go back and forth and all that. Ejion Bushongo. Ejion Bushongo. Let them swear by Shango energy. Not a lot of people will love this. Because if we say we should all go to Shango for it, for justice, a lot of people will die. Why? We were raised with the corruption mentality. We were raised with the lying mentality, the mentality of entitlement into what is not ours. Where someone who stole a banana in a market can be stoned to death and burnt outrightly, and someone who stole millions of pounds, millions of dollars will be awarded chieftaincy issue or a public office. And when you look at it, he has given you also 5 naira out of it. He has given you 10 naira. He dug borehole for you. He sent your own child to school. And at the end of the day, you all side this person. It doesn't matter if you don't steal from it, if you take part of it, your coupon. It does not matter. If you did not know how, you people, you all will die together. So it is to aid and abate corruption in our society first that your African spirituality was first of all blackmailed and also blacklisted. Because there's no way you will practice African spirituality and truth will not be found in you. Shango is so fierce. It took nonsense from nobody. And so a lot of people dread it. They dread Shango to the point where they don't want to even hear. Mankind has such a perfectly engineered, corrupt mind that when you mention justice, they will offer you out of court settlement. Justice is given in our days, in the masculine world, according to the number of dollars you possess. In those days, it wasn't like that. And you need not to bribe the priest of Shango before you can get justice. As long as you are coming to equity with a plain hand, the energy of justice will respond to you. But I want to ask, the person you want to get justice from, are you sure you are not also faulty somewhere? People who administer the energy of Shango still exist in our days. They have a family order also, whose name is called after Shango. Shango Shemilore, Shango Dide, Shango Wale, Shango Dele, Shango Fumi, Shango this, Shango that. Those are the family of justice in our order. So Shango is so feminine. Remember I said it's not short temper, but it cannot build iniquity. It cannot build injustice. So he's quick to get angry whenever he finds himself in the midst of people who are unjust. The story you have heard about Shango all this while is that he's an hooligan who fight everything, destroy everything without any reason. It is wrong. But this Shango you are talking about is so feminine. He would rather plait his hair like a woman. He would rather wear skirt like a woman, move like a woman, do things like a very feminine man. Very feminine man who took nonsense from no one. If this person is to exist in our world today, you will call Sango a cross-dresser. If he were to exist in our world today, you will call him a cross-dresser or a transgender. That is the attribute of Sango you do not know. Nobody killed Sango. Sango rose to the point of him becoming a king of Oyo Empire. He was one of the beautiful Alaafin Oyo, the emperor of the Oyo Empire. The old Oyo Empire is not a small empire. Listen to me. The old Oyo Empire spread from Oyo Ile all the way beyond Nigeria to places like Cotonou or Togo, even to the Ashanti in Ghana. The Akan people in Ghana are part of us. But if Sango had existed here today, you would have stoned Sango to death or used the region of the invader to condemn Sango because he's a cross-dresser who loves to behave feminine. However, when you try to take his feminine angle for granted, he strikes. This is a person who will not keep short when you are being cheated, when you are being waylaid, when you are being oppressed. But Sango is not homosexual. Today is not about homosexuality or whatever sexuality. We talk about the attribute of Sango. So, Sango was a father of many children. Sango was a lover, a crazy lover. This is where it gets interesting. I must have told you this before. A man so emotional that his emotion can control the atmosphere. When he's happy and irate, it is sunny. When he's sad and down, it becomes cloudy. When he becomes angry, the thunder begins to strike. Such a man, such a scientist, such a researcher was blackmailed by the religion of the invaders while they lift their Jesus high. So everyone looking for justice from every part of this black land find their way to the Western Africa just to meet Sango. And later, gradually, when they began to understand the method of Sango, it began to spread across other parts of Africa, and people began to get their justice. If the world system will not give them justice, they approach this method of Sango. So one of these days, he went to battle for other people, not knowing that the enemy had infiltrated his own camp. So before he came back, he had taken captive all his wives. Oshun was a wife to Sango. Oya was a wife to Sango. Even though there was a rivalry between Sango and Ogun about who Oya should love. But Sango was such a very smart man. Emotional, who knows how to take care of the emotion of women. He identified with women, identified with men. He understands human traits and also know what it takes to study human resources. And Oya eventually fell in love. He was the husband of Oba. All of the wife of Sango identify with water elements. So they didn't have it very nice. Sango identified with fire elements. Now, when he heard about the story, when he came back, heard about the story, he was so ashamed and grieved, and he was so heartbroken. Sango was such a man who would rather point at his grave than go back on his word. So if he's making promise to you, it is because he's going to do it. Justice must prevail, either by his action or by deed. If I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to say such a thing that men should emulate. If I don't love you, I should be able to be bold enough to tell you that this is all about enjoying ourselves. Maybe if our women begin to tell men to swear by Sango, if what they are saying is true, maybe some of them will learn to keep quiet. If you begin to tell your politicians to swear by Sango into offices, they will begin to give you justice. Economic Financial Crime Commission cannot give you justice. Police officer cannot give you justice. But let a man use his mouth to swear by the atmosphere under which he's living, that if I don't do this, let this and this happen to me, and let's watch it. They will come to their senses. So you see that men will be saying few words when they're asking you out. So they took them captive. And when Sango learned of this, he was so heartbroken that he went into the bush and he committed suicide. For a moment, hear this word and don't think of anything else. None of your ancestors disappeared. They died either by their own hands, through bravery, or by natural death. The death is either by their own hand, because of bravery, or by natural death. We are not going to be promoting mythology and fake folklore so we can look metaphysical or mystical. So he went into the bush and he committed suicide. When the disciple of Sango learned of this, this was a very, very great man. A man so wise. A man so bold. A man so confident. A man full of justice, epitome of everything that can be called Orisha. Died just like that because of love. The excuse of Sango was that if I cannot protect the women I love, then I cannot protect the world I live in. So I will rather die than live with the mentality or the knowledge that someone is either taking my wife for granted or killing them slowly without me being able to help. So some people learned about this and they ran out and say, Sango mati pokunso. Sango mati pokunso. That Sango has died by committing suicide, hanging himself. The disciple said, hey, if this thing gets out, that will be the end of this man's fame. So they came out and started putting to death anyone that claimed that Sango died by hanging. And started writing another story that Sango Olukoso, Sango Oluwawa Opokunso. So when you hear Sango Olukoso, Olukoso is not the name of Sango. Olukoso is the way to validate Sango and cover the integrity of Sango. In the defense of the disciple, they are trying to protect the integrity and the dignity of Sango and the honor of Sango, but you cannot protect the integrity and the honor of a man who chose to die instead of going back on his word, who chose to die for love. He has already created a monumental integrity for himself. Many things that a lot of our men today cannot do. So they will keep saying, I'm a man of my word, I'm a man of integrity. Whereas ordinary I love you, you don't mean it. So in their defense, it was a way to protect the integrity and the dignity of Sango. Whereas Sango has already protected his own integrity. What integrity is left to be protected of a man who chose to die instead of pointing at his grave, instead of going back on his word? What integrity is left to be protected by a man who chose to die for the woman of his life? And so they started saying, Sango Oluwa wa opokunso, Sango Oluwa wa opokunso, Sango our Lord, Sango our Master, Sango our teacher, Sango our king, Sango our leader did not commit suicide by hanging. That's the meaning of Olukoso. That's the meaning of Olukoso. So some will rather celebrate Saint Valentine, whom they are not related to, whom they did not know if the story was true or not, rather than celebrate Sango, who died for love truly. So I dare every man, every woman that watches this video to touch their chest and say, I would rather die than go back on my word. I would rather point at my grave than go back on my word. That is justice personified. When your yes is your yes and your no is your no, and you are not taking other people's stuff, adding it to yours, snatching other people's wife, claiming other people's children, overthrowing other people's property. You see, when his wives learned of that, they also started taking their lives. However, did they take their life just like that? No. They left monumental stuff behind. The moment his wife learned of that, they made a vow, no man touches us. Nobody make love to us in this world again. One of the wives of Sango was Oshun. Oshun Shengeshe, Oloyayun, Awemewede. It was not Oshun that turned to River Oshun. It was Oshun who learned how to make use of the river, that body mass of river, in order to give people who don't have children. So it is the goddess of fertility, the energy of fertility, Oshun. We will talk about that some other day. Remember that it's not in the Twitter and internet age. So all of these things did not get to them at the same time. Very far apart, and the news didn't come on time. So the wife lived a little more years before they took their life also. And everything they did is named after them till today. They were scattered abroad. We have the Odu Oba, the river of Oba. We have the Odu Oshun, river Oshun. We have the Odu Oya, river Oya. So Sango made himself 100% man, 100% woman, giving justice to both gender without disparity or inequality. As much as he's a cross-dresser, you will know that this is a fierce man. Don't take his gentleness for granted. What you guys call lipstick today It was one of the dressing accessory of Sango. He will also paint his mouth. He will even use what did you call it? Ṣé tìró ni? Tìró àfẹ́mọ́jú. He will use all these things. He's a dandy. Very wonderful, tall, hefty man, dandy, who is able to switch from his feminine side to his masculine side and is able to operate in both sides 100%. They will make his hair neatly, that hair they will do, and they will do it, something will be like this. Huh? He will wear his skirt with so many dangling around. He loves to be noticed. He loves dressing to be noticed. He takes charge. So when I see this young man, they call him Derele. He dressed somehow. Sometimes I just see Sango in him. Oh, wow, this guy has this Sango energy inside of him. 100% man, 100% woman. A man who is willing to die for the love of his life. Just as he taught people how to get justice for themselves. So there's a difference between justice and equity. Finding balance. But it's a process. It's a process. When you go to Eshu, you will still get back to Sango. When you go to Sango, you will still take things from Eshu. You see, your ancestors are fantastic beings. I'm not making up story around them. I'm not trying to paint them good so that you can accept them at all cost. You can go to Oyo Alaafin today. And they will point you to the family house of Sango. It's one of the ruling houses there. And you will hear more from them. So what am I saying to you in a nutshell? Is that there is such a way to get justice through African spirituality. So if somebody stole from you, took over your property, take your wife, all those things, and you decided not to let go. Give what belongs to others to them. It's under Oduifa. We will only advise you that maybe you are a woman and you are going through health challenges or problem in life, and you don't think well before coming to Ifa, and Ifa is pointing you, saying that one or two of your children belong to another man. Go and return the children back to their father. And you refuse. If you now want to be finished, let the other person now go to Sango and say, Sango, fight for me. See the children you are guiding, they will bury you. You are a man also. Maybe you have small change and you decided to be oppressing other men, snatching their wife with whatever means. Yóò kọ́ sún àràpá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Nígbà bá kọ́ sún àràpá bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n tó fi ṣe gbèsèkèlè káàkiri òun. Yóò wá wọ́ síta níwòwò. Or you are the type that steal from people and they decided to say, okay, anywhere my load is, whoever has taken it today, say it's a long thing going to report in police station. What it will take you to mess up the life of those who cheat you is less than 1,000 naira. Àti pa nǹkan kan mọ́ nǹkan kan bá ti dú ẹ papọ̀ àti tí ó gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ ó do nípẹ̀ kí akóra wa ó dìgbò là ó dọjọ́ mi ọjọ́ rẹ̀. But your pastors and your imam are the gatekeepers of the invaders. They constantly shift your attention from these things that you can use to get justice. Why you look up to Jesus the author of your and want to cheat here, want to buy here? Please, nobody should come to me to administer Shango energy for them. Thank you very much. The reason why I said that is because none of you is pure. Gbogbo yín pátá lẹ ti yàgbẹ́ sábọ́. Òkúta bá sì sọmọ pé ọ̀pọ̀ sọ padà bá ni. None of you is pure. So why are you trying to get justice? The world is messed up already. The world is messed up already. So I don't know. Please don't come to me and say, Baba, somebody cheated me. I want Shango to. No. Me on Shango. I'm not a Shango follower. Babalawo lemi, Orunmila. Mine is to use the wisdom of the universe to make your life better. Part of it is what I'm doing right here, teaching you the way of life. And then I do divination. If there are problems, we solve it. So when it comes to vindictive, vengeance, revenge, I don't go near those things. I don't go near it. I told you a story of a woman whose husband was snatched. We have not upgraded you. We have not used the energy of justice for how. We only were trying to make sure that things get better. We realized that the side chick had actually consulted the energy of the mothers of the night. So explanation was different. We gave our own explanation, and then they refused. So we brought about the energy of equity, and they mellowed down. Now, while mellowing down, we discovered that the woman herself, all her children or two of her children, belong to another man that is not this man that she's fighting for. So we asked her, can you, okay, we have settled your husband. Can you also settle your husband by telling him the truth? She said she can't. So she went down with diseases. She said she would rather die than to tell the truth. I don't like to watch people die. That's why I think it's better for you to go to church and let God arise and your enemy be scattered. Many of you, your enemy will kill you at the end of the day while you are expecting them to scatter. But if you are looking for the true things, you must come with the truth yourself. Many people come with deceit. A lot of people come here with deceit. They will come and say they want to do divination. And what they are saying is a lie. Orí irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀ wà. On the foundation of lies. Lórí irọ́. So I will just be looking at them like this. Why are you trying to stress yourself? Why are you trying to stress yourself? Why are you trying to stress yourself? So we'll be taking questions now. Now I'd like to start from this person. Seems quite bold. This person is telling me to go and research. The issue is what I know that our people relate with justice. Who are your people? Am I one of your people or your own family member? Who are these your people? You can't be a mouthpiece for the whole of this race. And you also said something, you said even online, preliminary research before going deeper. Okay, the person is telling me to also go online to do preliminary research before going deeper. So he is learning this justice attribute to Shango for the first time. All right. Thank you very much, Ade of Lagos, Ade, for your contribution. However, you can open a very small platform like that. Very small one. It doesn't have to be big. Very small one. See this thing you have given as a suggestion. Teach them elaborately on that platform. We will come and listen to you. So we will now ask you how a shoe can be used to get justice. We use energy of equity to symbolize to a shoe, and we use justice for. But if you steal from me and I went to Shango and Shango strike you and return back my goods to me, what has happened, sir? Mr. Ade, Ogade, what has happened? Is that not justice? Is that not justice? When we talk about equity, we are talking about balance. Balance. It is the problem with us is Oyinbo English language. The fact that you see this thing online does not mean they are true. Google is not Ifa. Google is not. Google bá mi kọ́ ṣe babaláwo. That's how you people will use Google Map to take you around Lagos, and you'll be merry-go-round the same roundabout for many times because you trust these things online too much. Maybe we should even try it. Maybe we should try it. If I'm saying the truth or you are saying the truth, should we try to say Shango should strike now so that we can try that Shango thing? I want justice for you and for you trying to embarrass me. More fair justice. Let's imagine I want to get justice for you trying to confuse people and mislead them now. And shake attention goes Oriba. Eja Ashorawa. Eja Ashorawa. Kamaba Mafogun, don't rawa. Eja Ashora. Kathy is saying, Baba, what can someone do if family Shango was stolen? You mean if the Shango in a family was stolen? If family Shango was stolen, please can you retrace? Let's rephrase the question. Rephrase the question. That's on the lighter motto. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Somebody say human beings are behind Google. Is it Google or spectacle or glasses? It's not human being that will be typing. If a foolish human being types something into a smart Google, will the smart Google not bring out the data of the foolish human being? Go and make research, travel far and wide, let mosquito bite you, go into the interior villages, go and meet the family of these people and let them tell you what their family is all about. Not that you will be giving me thesis online. Somebody will just come with Google research and then. All right, please, more questions, please. More questions. We need to get out of here in the next 10 minutes. More question, please. Somebody say, is there a specific way how to call on Shango to come to our side? Yeah, there are specific ways. Remember, I told you that African spirituality is divided under 3 main frames: the spiritualist, the pharmaceutical, and the specialist. There are people who are into Shango, call Shango. I promised you one thing. What I don't know, I don't say. What I don't know, I don't say. If I'm into Shango, whatever, I will not be wearing black. I'll be wearing red. So if you need Shango, people go to Oyo State or Osun State. They will help you administer it. It's a little process with chicken change. You will just hear news. Mostly it will be a bad news that the person who stole from you is dead by thunder. So somebody was singing, "It's not go better for you, thunder fire you." So they banned the music in Nigeria airspace. How of you play with thunder? Thunder fire you, thunder fire you, thunder fire you, thunder fire you. There's a certain church in this Nigeria along Lagos Ibadan Expressway. They have fire in their name. They are always calling on thunder to fire, thunder fire, thunder fire, thunder come and fire, thunder. You see their logos, red, thunder blazing, fire and all that. They give you coded way to tell you where their power comes from, but then you will not listen. Except, Baba, when seeking justice, do one need to go to Shango shrine to swear, or just verbally by any person? No, you go to the shrine, they will administer it for you. Except you are in this moment of emotional rage. And out of that, if you are in the right emotional rage moment enough, your mouth can destroy lives. All right. Somebody is asking that, is it true that one of Shango wife discovered his power, which was wind? One of the primary, how can thunder, fire, how can a cloud change continents without wind? Shango identified with fire element, and air works well with those with fire element. You need to know how the reaction of is the atmosphere or hemisphere work, the necessary element that requires to, so the ability to make the wind come in your direction or work according to manipulating the cloud in such a way that something will. So the Chinese people are trying to create their own rainy season. All they need to do is just to fly some helicopter into the atmosphere, conjure some things, control the wind, and then rain starts falling, even though it is not time for rain. All the clouds you see are holding your water. You just need to make them drop it on time. Don't wait for them to drop it. You can drop it. Shango knows how to make it drop. We have rainmaker in our midst, right? We have rainmaker. We have rainmaker. So somebody say, I always laugh when I hear people cursing themselves, as in, do you want Ogun to kill you? People say a lot of things which they don't know. They don't know anything about. They think it's a slang. They think it's a slang. A lot of them, and they are eating the fruit. Their belly is filled with the fruit of their mouth. Some things happen to people because they have called it a long time ago. Can a person's divination align the individual with a different deity from the deity of their family? Certainly, it can. It can. I've taught you about a word before, taboo. We have the general taboo, we have the family taboo, and we have the personal taboo. Èèwọ̀ gbogbogbò, èèwọ̀ kékùnrin, èèwọ̀ ìdílé. But the fact that you are aligned to another deity does not mean you will not still pay tribute to your family deity. All this deity, is it the one that you people go to bow to or not? My hand is not there. I'm not teaching you how to be idol worshippers. I'm teaching you how to be gods. I'm teaching you how to be God. So most times what I do with you is to tell you your element and how to manifest it to the fullest. And the purpose of me teaching you all of this pantheon, all of these ancestors, is so that you can stop demonizing them, not to go and worship them. Not to worship them. Not to go and worship them. Roland is saying, in a nutshell, we combine Shango and Eshu to effectively determine who is the top maker and pass judgment. Thank you, Roland. You seem to be the only one who is getting the scope now. Unlike Mr. Ade, you must be pure before you can demand justice. So if the energy of equity is doing the purity, the energy of justice is giving you the judgment. Equity, justice. Equity, justice. If you come to equity, you must come with what? With clean hands before you can approach justice. Before you can approach justice. Before you can approach justice. We'll use this moment to announce to everyone of the commencement of our African Spirituality Masterclass. The African Spirituality Masterclass. And it's coming right up on the 1st of March. It's going to be 5 weekend course, 5 weekend, every Saturday for 2 hours, mostly 8 p.m. Nigerian time. 5 weekend course, African Spirituality Masterclass, Stream 1. And we have tailored it in such a way that you understand what is expected of you as an African child from beginning to the end, to the point of divination. The very many things that through African spirituality has become our way of life, as dictated by the ancestors. From the time you meet someone to the time you get married, to what you need to do during marriage, to what you need to do when you get pregnant, while the child is still in the womb, before the child is born, after the child is born, and all of those things. And it is not age specific. Your children can also attend. All you need to do is just to go to www.babayoba.org/sign up. When you put in this /sign up, you'll be able to create a student account for yourself. When you create a student account for yourself, you click on enrollment. When you click on enrollment, you'll be able to put it in your card, your electronic card, and then you proceed to go and pay via our third-party vendor, which is Paystack, using your card, irrespective of where you are, all over the globe. When you process your payment, you'll be able to go back to that same place, and instead of you to say you want to buy the course, it will give you the option of attend. Whenever we kick off this course on the 1st of March, you'll be able to just press attend, the class you are attending. There are 5 classes in total. You press the first one as attend. You'll be put into a classroom. I'll be there with a host of others all across the globe. It's going to be interactive. You can type your real-time questions there. You can put in images if you so desire. You can raise your hands to speak. We are hosting everything on the website. And that's about African Spirituality Masterclass. Although we announced it 3 days ago, and within 24 hours, we're able to enroll more than 30 students, which is beyond what we want to use for a starter. But our technical team they are enlarging the classroom session, and we can contain more people for now. If you are not enrolled into this particular stream, you automatically get your space in the next stream. It's going to be happening year in, year out. Immediately after this stream, another stream is coming up. It's going to be year in, year out. And those who attend will give you the testimony of whatever we are going to do there. If you are intending to support the platform will not TC, the way you pay for the classroom is different from the platform support that is scrolling below. You can use the same pay stack. All you have to do is just to put this on your URL, and you are able to support this platform from that part. So this is how to go about signing up for African Spirituality Masterclass. We are back to the teaching of today. Somebody is saying, Baba Yoba, is it still available? You said it's just 20 people you are taking on. Yeah, we extended it. You can still enroll. It is still available. As a matter of fact, we'll be leaving the enrollment till the last day of this month. The last day of this month. So you can keep enrolling. Just go out and enroll. If you are not successful with the Paystack and method, we also make available the word remit option that you can really chat this line to request for the word remit option and how to go about paying via word remit. Somebody is saying, I wanted to request for a divination of knowing who I am. But last night, I learned about the masterclass. Can I register for the masterclass and the general divination? Will it help me know that too? The masterclass will not help you know your own element or general divination. Masterclass is a place where we teach people about African spirituality. Requesting for specific divination is how to teach you about who you are. Who are you? What are you? What is your role in this dispensation? Do you see the difference? So going for divination and paying tuition fee to attend class are two different things. So you still have to do the two if you need to. So for those who want to register, they can still register. And this is how to register. Just go to www.babayoba.org/sign up /sign up. All right. So are there other questions? Aboruboye Baba. Aboye Boshishewo. Would you have an on-demand version of the masterclass for pupil that will enroll but may not be able to attend in real time? See, there's an issue we are trying to resolve now. We are aware of piracy and unlawful redistribution of things that we do. What is free is recorded online for people. However, uh, we will look into that, but it's good to be in class. It's good to be in class. It's good to be in class. It is very good to be in class. Please come to class. Eh? Please come to class. You're welcome. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you. All right. Do we have any more questions? So we can go. Baba, good afternoon. If a young woman has been abused by her childhood emotionally, hold on, I will be right back. So for the registration and signing up is calling below. You can use that to sign up right away. Just go ahead and sign up right away. You're also invited to our Telegram shrine. Telegram shrine. Just type Baba Yoba on Telegram. Baba Yoba on Telegram. Baba, good afternoon. If a young man has been has been abused since her childhood, emotionally, mentally, and verbally, because she's cursed, how does she get revenge? Because she's cursed. Because she's cursed. Cursed by who? Cursed by who? See, revenge is a very delicate thing. Even though I teach you about the energy available to get your revenge, I still will tell you that forgiveness is the best revenge. This one plucked my eye, I pluck their eye too. The whole community will be filled with blind people. Sometimes you don't know that you are in a better place than the people who offend you. You don't know what the universe is doing for you as the one who is offended. You need to check the closet of those who mess you up. You realize it's full of skeleton. Their life is miserable. Don't let the pancake, Mary Kay, Saliansi mascara deceive you. They are struggling. They are eating the fruit of their labor. So if you, because someone did evil and you return to do what is evil, that's because there is evil inside of you. Sometimes I just say, let it go. As long as you didn't die, aim for a better, higher life. See, your better life will result to their chaos. And when you are blessed and your head is restored, make sure you still give them water to drink and food to eat. You will be marveled what will happen to them. That's my own way. That's my own way. If you are looking for revenge for anything at all, please look for other babalawo. Me, I don't do those things. People have hurt me. People have hurt me a lot. I'll just look away. So in looking away, I realized the universe blessed me more. And that's because I'm not trying to hurt them back. Don't let them drag you down to their place. Don't fight a dirty battle with them. Those people are pigs. Don't drag the pearls with them. Don't drag your pearls before pigs. Let them go. Let them go. Those guys are pigs. They did what they had to do because they lack understanding and knowledge. They don't know what they are doing. Let them stay in the perpetual state of ignorance. Just let them be a pig. You put on your pearls and ride on with life. Ride on with life. Ride on with life. Somebody is saying that I am in the UK. How can I get divination? By chatting this line. You just send a message to this line. There will be an auto response and a link will be given to you. Please listen, a link will be given where you will see the catalog of the services that I know I can render. I will not tell you what I can do. So you pick out of it, you read through the each item description, pick out of it and get back to me. This when you have done what you are supposed to do on this, on that particular art, that I'm able to call you back. Anything can be done, even offline. Somebody is saying, I asked, but my question was bypassed. What is your question? Don't take it personal here. There are hundreds of questions springing past, and let's give ourselves the kudos that we are able to pick some. Ask your question again. Don't take things personal here. Our Yoruba is there any way we can use Shango to fight all our bad leaders in Yoruba? That's all our bad leaders in Yoruba land. Thank you. Did you swear them in with Shango? Did you swear them in with Shango that you want to fight them with Shango? Is it not the thing that somebody swear in for that will fight against them? You swear them in with Bible and Quran. Even you will call it absurd when we decided to say people should come and swear with Ogun and Shango or Eshu. So they didn't get into the place by making promise to Shango. You can't use Shango to curb them. Let's go back to our traditional justice system. All right, so if I am a water sign in Western astrology, that's the end of your question. I don't deal with Western astrology here, please. I don't deal with Western astrology. Thank you very much. Someone asked if we can use Shango against Fulani herdsmen. Waba and Tegidike no one logun no one yosita. Waba and Tegidi ro ile fún wọn ni. All this one people are fighting. Ro ile fún wọn. Ro ile fún wọn. Let me tell you what I mean by ro ile fún wọn. There's such a town. I'm not telling you fable, so. There's such a town. I was born in the town. I spent 23 years of my life in that town. The town is called Ijebu-Ife. The king of the town is called Ajalorun. Ajalorun is the Ogbagba Agbatewole 1 of Ijebu land. Awujale is the Ogbagba Agbatewole 2 of Ijebu land. We need to explain things to you about Yoruba culture and this way of life. How will the prime head of all Ijebu be Ogbagba Agbatewole 2 when somebody under it will be Ogbagba Agbatewole 1? That's a story for another day. So there's such a town, there's such a neighboring village under that town that is called Igbomokun. 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 You see, Igbomokun. The story had it that when the white folks came, wearing khaki and all, they took one of the daughter of the chief of that particular land, raped her into pieces. She died. As a way to revenge, the Bale of that particular town decided to open a certain node in the universe, and he generalized it. He said, everyone who wears uniform, gbogbo agbefoba, atoba gangan fúnra ẹ̀, agbefunjoba, meaning those law enforcement agents, or whoever is wearing uniform, which is a khaki, a military law enforcement, whatever, that step into this town, that they should disappear into the world unknown. And when the white men started disappearing, he ran away. I'm not lying to you. You can try it if you are tired of this world. Since that time, even if you are a policeman of this descent, of African descent, or you are army, you are NSDC or NSDSD, civil, as long as you are a uniformed person, if you step into that town, you will disappear. What kills you, we will not know because we will not look for you. As long as you are a uniformed person, you step into the town, that's the end. You just phew, that's all. So there was the people thought it's a folklore, it's a fable. So there was a recent issue between the military people and the people of Ijebu-Ife. The civil war broke out around Itawade. Itawade is where their general market is, and it is very close to where the palace of the king is. I said I grew up in that town. This happened when I left, but I knew this story because we normally go to Igbomokun to fetch water. It's a very long distance, very thick forest. Thick forest, sometimes we go in the night. We were not removing any demon in the name of any Jesus because our God we have become evil spirit ourselves. So nothing can. Yeah. So when the military men went to enforce themselves from Ilese, coming to Ijebu-Ife to come and mess people, people started started running straight to Igbomok. Suddenly somebody remember that there's such a place called a refuge place called Igbomokun. Started running towards that part. One or two policemen and military men that followed them disappeared today. They didn't find him. The rest of them ran back. That was where it became a refuge to them. Now they were able to link between Igbomokun to Itele Ijebu. Itele Omo Amoye Geso. You know, I know the history of my people very well. Omo Amoye Geso. They were able to link to Itele. So I'm saying there is power here. I'm saying you are wasting your time trying to dialogue with a Fulani herdsman. All you need to do is to call their Ori and their tribe with that. The four corner of the Yoruba land, just lace it, They come in, it's like buffet. So death will be like buffet to them. Death will be like buffet. Just come and take the type of death you want to do. Instead of you disappear, you are wasting your time. Or if we say the stranger should not come to our land, how shall we progress when it comes to commerce? How do we buy and sell? We don't want them to come to our land. We cannot go into cattle rearing to provide our home meat. We don't want them to come to our land. We cannot go and begin to grow our own tomato, our own pepper, our own food. Even watermelon, we expect them to bring it from north, but we don't want them to come to our land. In those days, when we were growing up, every house must have a farm. So before you can remember to go to buy something in the market, you already have majority of it at home. Your plantain, your pepper, your tomato, even your vegetable, you have to plant it by yourself. So when you go to the market, you don't get priced up. Oh yeah, yes, oh yeah. So you buy things a little cheaper. And we have a man in that town called Isaac Yoga Ashauleba. Baba is a herdsman. He rear cattle. He's a Yoruba man. Who forbid Yoruba people to rear their own cattle and grow their own meat? So that's a little I can tell you. Baba Yoruba, is there any way we can use the energy of Shango to fight? Oh, okay, somebody have answered this. Question. You just suggested to forgive. Okay. She's dedicated to a high rank in the marine kingdom that's destroying her entire life. Lack of marriage and money. Poverty is too much. What does she do? Marine kingdom. Marine kingdom. Who are the people? Who is the head of the marine kingdom? Where is the marine kingdom? Who dedicated this person to the high rank of the marine kingdom? Who are the people telling you all these things? Who are the people messing up your psychology with all these things? Who did this to this person now? See, the person you are talking about, who gave her the story and that folklore that they have dedicated her to a marine kingdom? And so somebody, they will soon be having sex with her in a dream now. If you check the story very well. Please come to the Telegram shrine. Things I can't say online, I say it there. It's always questions like this that we tackle there. Some people are just plainly psychologically and emotionally damaged by the words that became life to them, not because they have a spiritual attack. And I don't know why people like us who are looking for Mami Water to have sex with, to marry, Mami Water will be running from us. But you people that don't like them, they are the one they will be following. All of you that don't want spiritual husband and spiritual wife are the one who are courting and dating and getting married, even giving back to spiritual this and that. We that we want to have sex with these people, maybe maybe they can add power to our power. They will be running away from us. Why is it like that? Those who are looking for spiritual wife, they are getting physical wife. Those who don't want spiritual wife, why do you allow yourself to be strangled? Why are you allowing yourself to be choked like this? Somebody just put you on the foundation of Oriro and you began to swim. The swimming became so much of reality because your brain will create the reality you want for yourself. Somebody say I should not blame them that MFM caused it. This MFM will kill you people, not these Christian people. Don't believe all those trash. Oh. If any Babala will tell you to, just don't believe them. You don't have any spiritual husband, there is no spiritual wife chasing you. Please, live your life. Intercourse. From time immemorial, people have been dreaming of sex. It's not only you that will first dream of sex. Do you think my life is retrogressing or moving forward? Do you know how many times I dream of sex? Maybe because I don't have sex all the time. So those things they taught you in biology class about reaching the age of puberty and having sex in the dream because you are horny or because you are thinking about it so much, and some of you are single mothers. You don't allow a man to touch you. They don't come to your house. All those thoughts of sex in you begin to manifest in your dream. Nature will balance itself somewhere. Before you know, you go and say spiritual husband came to visit you. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa gbá ẹ lóòrèkóòrè àtinú àtẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa gbá ẹ kí wọ́n náà máa gbá àyàn kí wọ́n máa gbára yín. You will not dream of hustling for money or becoming the United Nations Secretary General or becoming the president of our country. Watch African women dream about this, having sex in the dream. Why is white women not dreaming of sex in the dream? Why is it only you? They have messed up your head. They have messed up your head. So the thought of your heart becomes the reality of your dream. We have consciousness and subconscious. Everything you see in the conscious, everything you think in the conscious while awake, manifests itself in your subconscious when you are asleep. Some of you in the name of keeping the bed holy, marriage undefiled, or bed undefiled, keeping the bed. You are age 40, you are not married, you are not having sex. You think something will not come to you in the dream and sex you up. How are we going to balance that way of life? Even your popes and papas, they find a way to relinquish themselves of that thing. So some women will say we are using what's it called? Dildo. You need human being, not dildo. Or some of you have you almost go, you will soon go and buy borehole drilling machine to dredge yourself just because you are avoiding intimacy with man. Go and buy borehole drill. You know they charge borehole drilling machine per meter. You dredge yourself when you are not in a barbing salon every night. Everywhere will be vibrating. Oti battery life up. Oti electronic. Oti plug here, mono. Oh, I'm a kick. You need a man in your life. You need a woman in your life. You will still go and dream about that thing. You will still go and dream about it. I don't know what is wrong with our people. So, see, you are not dedicated to any marine kingdom. It is possible the element of water is drawing to you, and it's not a bad thing. You only need to do your reconnection so that you can master it. Most people who are women that identify with water, they always see a man in their dream because water is masculine. That's the mystery of life for another day. There's a lot of misconception out there. This body is made for sex. Sex is made for this body. When you reach the age of puberty, get yourself a good partner. Be a number fearless. If somebody live your life or exit your life, look for somebody. Your sex is part of it. Sex is food. It is food for this body. Why are you even keeping the vagina and the penis? Those are food for maggots. You only need to be responsible while having sex and having intercourse with somebody who align with your element. The moment you find someone who align with your element, see, don't forget about what they will say tomorrow and say, I use you at dumping. When you were using me, was I using toilet roll? We were using ourselves now. Please satisfy yourself. So you don't take, you can allow nature to speak to you of better things in the dream when you take care of the things that are meant for physical interaction. Somebody say, I dream of you, Baba Yoba. You were in my dream. You were making love to me mercilessly in my dream. I said, because you have been fantasizing about us making love. Me, I'm in Nigeria here, trying to kill mosquito that is coming against me. I'm battling mosquito on my bed. You say I'm in your dream making love to you. Are you not pregnant? Don't deny your body of what it wants. If you will not go days, months without eating or drinking water, just manage it yourself. Someone is asking, Baba, Sango energy is intense, and I've learned you can't help everyone because some people turn on you. Please, how does one choose who to help? There's such a thing called sensitivity. Being able to hear and learn from nature. When you are not supposed to do a thing, you will find out that your peace is disturbed. But you are supposed to go ahead, you will realize that yes, you have peace within you. You have peace within you. So you must be able to calm down and hear from nature. If this is a thing, the fact that something is good to do does not mean it is good for you to do. Yeah? The fact that something is good for you to do does not mean it is good for you as a person to do. And those who have reconnected back to the universe, performing one or two rites, are able to know where to put their steps, where to speak, what to speak, and how to speak. All right. So we are rounding up now. We're rounding up. I think this should be the last questions last question will be taken. Somebody is saying, Baba, is it wrong to have sex when you are not married? Not all of us will be married. I hope you know. Does that mean we must not have sex? Sex is a responsibility. Sex is not a freedom to molest your body. It is a decision taken towards responsibility. Emotional responsibility, health responsibility, financial responsibility, economic responsibility. If you can take care of the responsibility that comes after sex, Laura Epa, my dear, Laura Ejala Jala Jala, Laura be anything, Laura be omi ojo. So people have partners. People are just pretending. And you notice it's not your church where they say marriage is honorable bed on the fire. So I would rather you have sex responsibly and with someone than for you to be coming to me with marine kingdom logic that somebody is trying to mess you up in a dream, having sex with you and all. So when you reach a certain age, get yourself a partner if you so desire, and enjoy life. You will soon die. I hope you know. If your life is beautiful, even 200 years is not enough. But if your life is miserable, even 10 years is too long. So enjoy life. Let it be short. Let life be short by the way you enjoy it. So if it is wrong or not, I don't know. You will know if it is wrong when you have sex with the wrong person. You will know if it is right when you have sex with the right person. On vengeance or justice is praying to oneself saying, Asasima ba, Asasima ba olasasi, not consider revenge against this person doing asasi to you. Do you even know the person doing asasi to you? You are only making decree. That is not revenge. That is just making a positive decree. I have not offended somebody, but whoever say I offend them and I didn't offend them, whatever they are planning against me, let it be their portion. Is that revenge? It's not revenge now. Whoever is doing that against you will consider it as a revenge. But you who is doing it, you don't see it as revenge. Baba, what does the feeling of relief feel like? I'm in a state in my mind where everything has become clearer. The battle is psychological. Feeling of relief. You will know when you are relieved. Okay, let's consider feeling of relief to when you are pressed and you say you want to ease yourself. So the moment you ease yourself, you feel eased within you. That's the feeling of relief. When nothing is itching you, when nothing is disturbing you, when nothing is messing you up, when you don't feel anxious, when you are not agitated against something, when you are not honestly angry, when you are just flowing like a fish in the water, that's the feeling of relief. Baba, you said to contact you at the shrine. How? I said Telegram shrine. Go to Telegram or download Telegram and press search for Baba space Yoba, Baba space Yoba. So you'll be able to join our group. We call it shrine because we are family there. Shrine is where people join together to fellowship, right? So please don't misquote me. Thank you. Somebody saying celibacy is a grace. And just because you are waiting doesn't mean you will lose it. It's not like losing your kitchen utensils. It will work better later. Yeah, celibacy is if you choose to be celibate, if you choose not to be celibate. But when you are celibate and dreaming of a man making love to you, don't come and say it's Mami Water Kingdom coming to mess you up. When you are celibate and you are using dredging tools to dig yourself, or Vaseline to dig yourself, you should just call yourself hippo and crate by looking into the mirror. You are celibate, but you are using dredging tools to please yourself, dredging yourself every night. When you are not a barber, everywhere will be vibrating. You are deceiving yourself. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. So we're going to be closing up here by this last question. So, can a person who is initiated in African spirituality also hold other paying job in life? Yes, 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 yes. You can be inducted into African spirituality and be an astronaut. You can be an engineer. You can be a medical doctor. You can be a nurse. There's nothing stopping you from doing what you have to do. I hold a public office under Crystal Love Foundation, where we solicit funds for children with medical needs. We send them abroad. We send them to medical hospital. We send them to teaching hospital. We help them out. I'm the national coordinator here in Nigeria. Is that not a secular job? That's a job too. Whereas I'm Alawi, and I'm teaching you here too. Those are two different things. As a matter of fact, African spirituality should push you to be the best in every area of your life. It should push you to be the best in every area of your life. Somebody say, I really need to consult Baba. That sex in the dream is something I really need to discuss. Adara. Adara. So, A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ alára àti ejérò, a dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹni tó pàdé wa papọ̀ lónìí tí wọ́n bá wa ṣètò. I decree into your life that as the snake cannot be held bound by any root of the tree, may your way be through. May life be seamless to you in terms of positivity. May you not be held bound. May you not enter the prison under another man's count. May wrong allegation not hold water upon you. May you not be accused wrongly. May you not go to the wrong place at the right time. May you not be in a state of dock when you are supposed to be roaming freely on the street. Wọ́n ní ìtàkùn tó ní kéré má wodò àtòwò àtẹrẹ ní lọ. Every stumbling block on your way, I speak to you now that they be removed from you. They be removed from you. Ìkọ́ ìkọ́ báláwo, ìkọ́ ìkéjò, kò séwu fọ́mọ ejò tọmọ eku ló ṣòro, ìkọ́ ò ní kọ́, ọmọ aráyé ò ní dí ọmọlẹ̀ bí ẹran, wọn ò ní fi ẹgbà fún ọ lóúnjẹ jẹ, ò ní já wèrè dànù, ọ wá ní sapá gẹ́ngẹ́ fáwọn olóore rẹ o. You will not be too pompous for those who are supposed to help you. You will not declare your victory when you are still struggling to win a battle. You will not be too much for your helpers to locate. You will not be too proud for those who want to lift your head up to intercede for you. Whenever they gather together to make decisions regarding your life, every mouth, every tongue that drinks water and step on this earth will speak for your favor. Ayé rẹ ò ní bàjẹ́ lójijì o, ò ní polúkúrú muṣu, ò wá ní báráyé fọwọ́ tì í, ò ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín. May you not disappear amidst here like a smoke. May your life be monumental. May you return back into this life as an energy of the ancestors who are great, doing monumental things and increasing from where you have ever decreased in your past. May your family be kept under the universal protection of nature. Whoever want to intrude in your life negatively, whatever they are bringing, may they be filled in their belly with it. Kíbi ó máa bọ́ níbi, kásàsì ó máa bá lásàsì, gbogbo òkò pátápátá tó bá sọ mọ́pẹ́ rẹ, kọ́pẹ́ rẹ ó mọ sọ padà bá wọn. O ti daborí bí èpèrùn látòní lọ o. Mo wá yí ọ padà, mo sọ ẹ́ di abégúndé, orí dèpẹ̀nù látòní lọ. Gbogbo èpè tá a bá ń ṣe fàṣà, ara ní fi ń sàn. Every weapon fashioned against you, every intent of the evil ones against you, may it come to you as a benefit. May it come to you as a profit. May it come to you as a promotion. May it land on your lap as an opportunity. May it begin to bring wealth to you. May it announce you to the world. May you be prosperous, both in your wealth and in every area of your life. Odomo kutiku gbọ́dọ̀ pa lónìí. Odomo àrùn tárùn gbọ́dọ̀ gbélé. Odomo àṣírí tí ò gbọ́dọ̀ ráṣírí láyé. Odomo òfò tó fò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹ. Látòní lọ, gbogbo nǹkan tí ń pa oníkálukú wọn ò ní pa ọ́. Whatever brings them down will lift you up. Whatever breaks them down will build you up. Látòní lọ, àṣẹ, kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, kò ní séwu. Ó dìgbà kan náà. Bye bye o.